Hello and welcome. All right. We're going to have some fun today. Because we don't have a main story quest to finish, but we've got others. So it's going to be more of a relaxed time, I guess, because it's the side quests. We want to get the side quests taken care of at the same time. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at which one we want to do. That's a lot of new stuff. We're not going to quite get to that just yet. Swarm disaster, and I'm not even close to being ready for it. At least not that I can tell. All right, let's start at the bottom, and we're going to work our way up. I think. Maybe? What's this one? Oh, yeah. Alright. So we'll start with Herta Space Station and work our way through. If there's anything in Belobog, we'll go through that. And then, that's probably all we're going to wind up doing, because there's a lot. There we go. Okay. Aha. Do. So let's take a look at this one. Look for the separatism. All right. I am missing details.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Thank you for the follow. It's a lot better than what I originally had set for. All right, where am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. Is this it? No idea. I am so far behind. Well, maybe we'll do something else. No, I'm the lizard. I'll deal with that one later. Expect the same as simulated news. Expected time for noise. All right, let's try that again. Talk to Herta. That's easier to find. I'm gonna have to look up that other one and figure out what I need to do. Update. We know now algorithm to branch to the expansion module. Gold and gears. Member society proclaimed to itself to be an emperor, started a crisis in the machine empire known throughout the universe, the First Emperor's War. Plans to cultivate news, and Skrillum has always been interested in the origins of inorganic lives. So we quickly found ourselves on the same page and decided to focus on the time before the death of Rupert. Strap concepts, calculations, need to organize, filter them out. Let's say, okay. Prepare yourself. You're about to witness history of the cosmic droid head. You know, you'll know it when you go through it. There's no point in listening to my description without seeing the real thing, right? Yeah, seeing the real thing in a simulated universe. That's fun. The implementation project. Okay. Oh, there we go. We're going to start with abundance just quick. Yes. HP is by 50% of their max respective HP, increases their respective max HP by 15% for 2 turns. Okay. Debuff implies a stack. So this is the one that you really want to go after. Bonus will appear in action order. These two, really. Because this just cycles it through the turn order, and this one takes care of pretty much any debuffs. So I can focus more on attacking. Let's see. No, I don't need those kind of details. Gotta let at least one character. Alright, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do a little bit of... I'm going to say a lot of crowd control. And my literal wild cards. Actually, we're going to do it that way. Custom dice with many new dice faces. Teach you how to assemble the dice face. Let's go. Just follow the recommendations. Usually those just work out for you because that's how it's... that's how they've done for it again. So... After switching, you now have a new dice effect. Custom dice just got more powerful. Piece of cake. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, joy. One Blessing Trotter Beacon, one Curio Trotter Beacon. Concerned about bringing my real-time monitoring tool. Always pay attention, otherwise you might lose control and turn into a robot. Well, that's interesting. I'll leave them in your hands. Well. Hey. Nope, don't have access to my gear, so I'm going to do that.
Remember that. You can't run. Yeah! Another journey begins. On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
So much fun. Ah. Asked me to give you a thorough breakdown of the custom dice. Arda doesn't seem to be in the mood to explain much. The die is actually a shell of an Intellitron. You can attach your emotions, thoughts, and memories and charms to it. So this die is an Intellitron. Just enjoy it. Maybe it'll develop its own free will someday. Oh, that'll be interesting. Nothing else hiding. Oh, forgot. Smash. This is die face you just put on. Keep collecting more dice faces and assemble them however you like. It's so much fun. Select a combat or elite domain. I can't go anywhere. I wonder. Oh. Well, if you're going to be like that. Fixed chance to add all enemies one weaknesses of the same type as allies currently on the field. I'm gonna go with that. Da, 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 da. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum, dum. Everyone's here. We're finally gathered at the Cogito Hair Salon in the Mechanical City. No, it's just a simulation. Now let's get a haircut. We gotta talk about something while getting our hair done. We need to constantly reaffirm our intracognition during our journey through the simulated universe. We wonder whether your intracognition has changed during this wonderful trip. If your intracognition is swayed by the test, you'll see yourself as a machine, and that's not what we hope to see. I don't want to do either of these. I'm gonna go with that one because that sounds like it's the better of the two. Once upon a time, when the organic and inorganic lives are not at odds, they would sometimes find themselves hardly distinguishable. Fishes out several components out of his pocket. There are emotional components, and some of my machine friends reside within. You can pick one as your souvenir. Yes. Now give me abundance. You did not give me abundance. You suck. I should have gone with erudition. But erudition does not give me automatic healing. Copy the selected domain onto an adjacent domain, excluding boss, and apply the knowledge effect. There we go. Since we're going to do it that way. I'm still looking at the also hi, because that's... that is a bit funny. It's just like, I'm not this, but... By the way, hi. I've done this one before. Let's see. We'll do that. Nope, you had 2 chances, and I'm done. Go to the main closest column that contains either Blessing Trotter Beacon or Curio Trotter Beacon. That works. Yay! Okay. We're gonna pull a super goodies game, but I promise to give you last rule of business: never lie to your customers. Yeah. Yeah, worth it. Kind of. Oh yeah, here we go.
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades.
Give me the goods.
You can't run! Yeah!
Hit the trotter. There we go.
Is this how it feels to be in sync? Remember that. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Why are you not taking any damage? Oh, that thing. You jerk.
Trust me. Together, we can do anything!
You found me! Thanks, Cat! We'll pick it up.
I weep for the departed. Dust's rain, it too shall fall.
I am not letting you get away. Good grief, I'm not getting anything from abundance this time. I'm just going to use that one. Holy cow, finally.
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades.
You can't run! Yeah!
Trust me.
There we go.
We can do anything!
Bam.
Another journey begins. In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Our cute play session is over. The lie that everyone believes in becomes a reality. Gotcha. Treasure! Come to me.
I weep for the
Wow, that's gonna
departed.
be over.
Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
That's where we go. Overkill, no such thing. Who brings a rocket launcher to a gunfight? Me. Oh, thank goodness. Give me that. Get back here.
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades.
You found me.
Trust me.
Together,
Yeah.
we can do anything.
Punch. Punch harder.
Did you come here of your own volition? Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
This cat. We'll pick it all. Our cute play session is over. The lie that everyone believes in becomes a reality. Gotcha.
Cosmic ninjutsu is ever changing.
This is ninjutsu's secret technique. Dazzling obliteration. Flash. Ha. Leap. You can't run. Yeah.
Oh, come on, knock it off. There we go. Give me the abundance. Parent action order, and that's gonna be next. Well. Decrease speed of all allies by 40% for 5 turns. Oh, thanks. Of course you would do that.
Storms on the
For
horizon.
that stupid thing.
Cat and mouse time.
Trust me.
Together, we can do anything. You found me.
Give me the droid head. It's getting a bit messy. Oh, wonderful. In the third plane, resonance extrapolation will simulate different types of path resonance and have a serious impact on all allies. Well, you can select path resonance effects as simulated by resonance extrapolation for the boss domain in the second plane. Oh! Ow! Good thing I have shields.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
adventure! Come to me.
Yeah,
Cosmic ninjutsu is ever changing.
that's not going to be impressive.
This is ninjutsu's secret technique, dazzling obliteration. Flash, cat, leap.
You can't run. Yeah!
Flash, cat,
And go away.
leap.
Thank you. Got your ancient recognition perfectly calibrated. Well done. Since your brain activity is falling within the system's required range, a new secret has been extrapolated. Keep your intercognition within target range every time you explore, and you can unlock more secrets. You check out unfamiliar surroundings. IPC recruiter stands in front of you with a smile. You realize it's time for you to make a decision. Welcome aboard, newcomer. You must be a spirited organic life form. Let me explain the company's structures to you. Your first choice, follow Telora Farnsha from the Outreach and Engagement Division. She is known as the Godmother, and her faction is ancient. The recruiter points out in a serious tone. The 4 major guardians follow behind her. They are versed in ancient skill of psychological manipulation. Farnsha, who excels in giving motivational speeches, helps the IPC to expand across the planets. It is said that Farnsha's guardians have orchestrated over 200 murders, but she has only personally killed someone once in her life. Your second choice, follow Korapao from the Cargo Division. It's a newly established division. Like all the youths, they are cocky, enthusiastic, and full of vim and vigor. Korapao has the support of the associates across the planets and is in charge of logistics of resources in the universe. Third choice is follow Dwayne. Do you know Dwayne? From the Technology Division, only those who are eager to break the rules and ambitious will follow him. They are good at ancient languages, coding, and deciphering the new languages. The division is also known as the Decryption Division. They have an external mercenary squad at their disposal, and their technological capabilities are exceptional. Yet, the other divisions still call them the Mavericks. We're going to have fun, because you know what? Rules are made to be broken. Okay. Moment of news. Interesting. What? You have... I gave you food and water. What do you want? Middle child. Okay. Da 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 da. Oh, it's right here. Ah! It's like, that's a lot of space. What's this? A gathering of geniuses with this lot? Herder snorts. Everyone's got their own agenda. It's so hard to get people to work together. We still have to rely on the simulated universe. In the end, I mean, when do we pay our respects to Noose? Honestly, though, I doubt I can restore their big head. I just want to see them again. Hold on, Steven hasn't connected yet. I can see him. If you wait, he won't appear. I know this little brat. We need to scare him. Stephen Lloyd, can you hear me? Come out and meet me for the simulated universe. Don't be afraid. Rowan May and Skrillum are not here. And that's how he shows up as. See a suspicious shadow appearing. Why did he grow a beard? Be sure Steven get used to it, as we all have to coddle him. He loves that middle-aged look. Virtual mustache still twitching, wraps his fingers gingerly around his overalls buttons. When he locks eyes with you, he still hides behind Herda in fear. Virtual image nods as if to salute you. Next time we meet, I'll try to get Steven to take his disguise off. Herta clears his throat. Skrillum, you there? I never left. Still allow me to escort you. My deepest gratitude to my comrades in science with the current research on Noose. I hope we can unearth the history of these machine monarchs, investigate the source of inorganic life. Conclusion, simulated universe's journey begins this very second. Source of inorganic life. Look for a planet named Cybertron. Are there any inorganic life forms that you do not know of? Naturally, IPC is wary of inorganics due to the two Emperor's Wars. To this day, I have always endeavored to bridge relations between machine and man. Everyone knows of Skrillum's extraordinary merits. Herta is lavish with her praise. All right, we'll adjourn the meet and greet here. It's getting late, and we should be set off. I have to remind you, unlike Tazeroth, every genius here has paid their respects to Noose, so we know that this trip will be arduous because our every step treads right into their calculations. Including this experiment, I don't mind. I heard anticipated that and snickered. I am Alpha. Now I can get close. It's kind of funny. It's just a big open spot. I mean, it's fun. Strategic investment. This is, I guess, from IPC. Strategic Investment Department. P45 to discuss our cooperation with Madame Herta on behalf of SID. Herta Simulated Universe would do research in the First Emperor's War next. Miss Pearl is quite interested, as the Emperor's War happened in the same era when the Border Star Trade War took place. Huh. Relatively new compared to other departments. We have no first-hand experience in either history. Now the best and brightest of our departments are traveling around the galaxy to settle bad debts stemming from this cancer of all worlds. We need more historical data for that. We'd like to support the Simulated Universe project and purchase the derivation data related to the IPC. Simulated Universe is that famous, of course. Emperor's War was so long ago, I don't think it'll be any help to modern investment unless they've run out of things to gossip about in the office and just want to read about the IPC back when it was first established. Yeah, I can relate to that. Or forget it. I'm not interested in corporate conflicts. Since they're willing to pay for it, I see no reason to stop. This is an interesting proposal, so I'll say yes. Do your best and keep collecting IPC secrets. Okay. Alright, we're going to switch gears because this is going to be fun. Let's see. Let's see. Is there anything? Not doing a storm disaster just yet. Stop it. Nature creations. We're gonna have fun. Go. For a second there, I thought that was a toilet. Looks after roommates' creations. It's a pleasure to serve. Before we begin nurturing, please just allow me to explain the process. Let's get to it. Genetic components of the creations. We must nurture more creations due to insufficient sampling size. 2 parental creations are ready. We'll use a life form oven to keep nurturing new creations. So we're just going to test real quick. Please note that every time a new creation is nurtured or a new trait is discovered, it will bring great benefit to our research. Okay. Lead researcher Asta's remote messenger is now online. Can you please turn the lifeform oven on? I've already prepared and been placed in your inventory. This creation's skin is gray. The filling is pink. In a lifeform oven, these base traits all have a chance of being inherited by new creations. Nurture some creations. In the lifeform oven, base traits of the 2 parental creations have a random chance of being inherited by new creations. So basically, it's genetics 101. By nurturing creations and obtaining new traits or rare creations, you can increase your research level. Constantly nurturing creations can increase your research level and earn various rewards. Select the 2 creations prepared for you. Put them in the lifeform oven. 1, 2. Confirm. Start it. Innocent coconut angel cake. Hull is next to the chassis of the robot, carefully sizing you up. This is out before you're even able to see what color its tail is. May not be used to life here yet. I don't know where it's scuttled off to. It's not safe to go outside. Can you please find it? Well, no kidding. All right. We're gonna have some fun. Hunting down. Do, 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 do. Ba da 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 da. Where did you go? Oh, you're downstairs. Of course you're there. There's green bean paste. Your robot's helping out make everything so easy. Unintelligible squeals of joy. Once repairs are done, we can get something ready. It's gonna be a huge surprise. You're gonna love it. Mung bean. Hear me, Miss Romay. She's not around at the moment. But she'll be back soon. Actually, we're gonna skip. Where did you go? I know you're here somewhere. Oh, there you are. The one that just scuttled away. It reaches out its paw towards the trash on the ground, about to swallow it. You want to stop it, but it's already too late. It swallows the trash and begins to tremble all over it as its body starts changing uncontrollably. Are you transforming? Bring it back. You know, you eat weird stuff and stuff happens. Based on what you have described, my initial hypothesis is that it has mutated after consuming the trash. The mutation then changed the creation's physical traits. Because it looks like a trash can. That's kind of funny. This hypothesis is not yet confirmed, but we can try to see if we can approximate the situation. I've reported details to lead researcher Asta, and a remote connection is now established. Please turn on the lifeform oven. We're going to try a few things out. Nurturing can sometimes trigger mutation events. After depositing the materials needed, creations obtain mutant traits. When triggering special mutations, creations can become rare creations. After you have all the needed base traits, the lifeform oven will be able to calculate the resolution rate. Resolution rate indicates the probability of a mutation occurring. Gray skin and gray filling base traits. That should fill all the base traits needed to make a trash cake a gray body creation. All base traits present, the lifeform oven will automatically calculate the resolution rate. Resolution rate indicates how likely a mutation event might trigger for this nurturing. Attempt a nurturing. Mutation! Mutation and material clues needed to nurture rare creations will be displayed here. Gray creation seems to have consumed some trash. I think this one will do. Feed. Feed creation right materials to unlock the required mutant traits. Because you unlocked a new mutant trait, your research points have gone up too. Look, a clue for required mutation material has been unlocked. When you unlock the corresponding clues, the resolution rate will be drastically improved. Because the resolution rate has improved, I have a feeling we'll definitely get a trash cake this time. Special mutation. Go forth materials. Feed. There it is. New rare creation. 80% times 80. There it is. Go to missions. New batch of creations. Traits of this batch are extremely unique. Can't help but wonder where these special traits are actually coming from. Department of Ecology's latest research has been downloaded. Please wait. Trash leads to mutations. That comes with them. Seeds of creations whose physical traits greatly differ from most others. They drift around all over the place. You get chances you might run into one of them. It'd be very good if you could bring them to me with sufficient samples. Secrets of their physical traits can be decoded. What is the principle behind these mutations? Sorry, that's not well understood. However, the Department of Ecology has sent 2 creation species that you can use for nurturing research. Keep nurturing creations and help speed up our research progress, and answers to all the questions you seek can be found through science. Berry splash melon. Coconut corn chip. Remember claiming rewards. Has some rare creation traits recorded. Go have a look. This is where clues for rare creations are recorded. You can use it to search for information. This is where creation traits are listed. New creation unlocked. Let's mark it and bring it back for nurturing. Da, 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 da. Can't be resolved at all. Have all the base traits needed. Huh. Okay. Before we start, claim. Give me the goods! Oh, hey. Special mutation. Give me feed. New rare rice dumpling. Appearance reminds you of an acquaintance. After giving it a quick groom, you take a close-up photo of it. The vibe is totally like yours. Can't tell from the picture. I've never seen a life form like this before. If you have data about them, remember to enter them into the data bank once you get back to the Express. Type pattern. Simultaneously 3 basic traits. Corresponding patterns. Select 2 creations, collect all 3 basic traits. Okay. We know that's going to be one of them. And you're going to be the third. Actually, no. And go. Start. Almost there. Oh, there's mutation. Feed. There it is. Ice cake. Take a photo. Oh, please tell me. Yes! Send the picture to March. Why does it look a bit like me? Did you dress it this way? Naturally adorable. Okay. Well, that's done for now. Let's go and see what other kind of trouble we can get into. Let's see. Stop. Wardance time.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
Come back soon.
Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
Why are you sweating? Oh, what's wrong? Going ahead looking for that. Buttons falling off somewhere on the uniform last time. I know my clothes have been an open gap. It's embarrassing. Oh, the pastor seems. Please help Pom Pom find it. Pom Pom. Sparkly thing, draw close. It's the button. Take the button back. Oh. Collect first. It's a bottle cap, not a button. Pom Pom. Give Pom Pom the button. Is this harder to breathe? How did Pom Pom's clothes just get tighter? That's a good question.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the Wardance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Danhung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Lafu, right?
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The ambrosial arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the Wardance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable and safe.
political and morale moves.
And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Da 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 da.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
So here's something for all of you. A poem by March 7th. Care to spell the details?
Well, it's nothing too poetic. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived at the Cienjo ship. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock. This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say.
We're so easily pleased. I actually feel sorry for this. Come on, don't jinx us. This is actually a tough one. Of all the silly ones. Yeah.
I agree.
Notice that the Express is docked on the Jianzhou. You guys are under Lofu already. Just got to Starscape Haven. Welcome you all at Starscape Haven. See you in a bit.
Is the Starskip Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jing Yuan sent him to welcome us. But where is he?
Da 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 da. Time for roleplay, cause I can. Quick lineup. Da, da. Ba da 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 da. I'll go with March. And I need to upgrade March. March.
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
How have I not upgraded March?
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right? Are you familiar with the Cienjo Lafu?
We know a little bit about it. What do you need?
We are from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lofu?
Sure.
Exactly. We're Cienjo experts.
Yeah, we've pretty much been everywhere.
Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the Wardance. And that's why we're here too.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lofu fighter jet.
So it's even larger than a regular Starskip.
No doubt about it. It's a massive fighter jet. It's got to be larger than a civilian starskiff.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the Wardance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Why not climb top of the Ambrosial Arbor? No. We'll go with one.
Good idea. The everyday vibe of the Aurum Alley is a rare find on the planet of festivities.
Everyday vibe. Yeah, our clients have had their fair share of adrenaline-pumping dreamscapes. Maybe something down to earth would touch their hearts.
Considering the war dance is going to be the exciting thing.
Thanks for the suggestion. We'll head to the Aurum Alley to gather materials. Maybe we'll run into each other there in a couple of days.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
Quite a different experience looking down on stars. There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey everyone! It's been a while.
It's been
feel
a
like
month.
It's been that long since we last saw
Ish.
you. But Yanqing, are you?
Kafka's poster right over the shoulder.
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
Yeah, you're definitely taller.
Really? The General is always worried I won't grow much taller. But I keep telling him not to worry about it. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Seriously, I've never seen the Lafu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jingyuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who've come from afar.
Yup.
With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The General said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Lafu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming and the Yaoqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings. Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge, and it's responsible for providing more than half of the Cloud Knight's armaments.
Starforge. When did we go to the Knights of the Old Republic?
The Xianzhou Zhuming boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General Huayan is a top-notch craftsman himself. If only I could get a sword forged by him, I'd be on Cloud 9.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
Oh, you're pretty much the same in that regard. Well, we're gonna say he's adorable.
I agree.
Oh boy.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
It's just as Jinx has marched.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Watch out there!
civilians. I'll deal with him.
Enemies with this marking units are Moon Rage state. After enemies use attack, supply 1 stack of Bloodlust to enemy units that can trigger Moon Rage. When Bloodlust reaches a certain number of stacks, unit enters Moon Rage state. At the same time, a Moon Rage countdown appears in the action order. When the countdown's turn begins, Moon Rage is dispelled across all enemy units.
Is this how it feels to be in sync?
Why are there Boris in here?
Ha!
The truth of life and death.
This ends
revealed in
now.
an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Come on, I choose you.
It's
Hey,
too
let me
late
have
to
a friend.
Trust me. Together,
And punch.
we can do anything.
Do we have to fight? Demons! Depart! Thanks a lot.
Da-da-da-da.
Watch this!
Go away.
Is this how? Remember that.
Fighting is meaningless. Curious.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Give me strength!
Don't worry about me.
Haha!
Not good.
Haha! And that's an introduction.
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Oh boy. One quick small adjustment, just because. We're gonna switch you to preservation.
Wait, my sword! I'm
Oops.
sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Cienjo friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
But this shipment isn't even meant for the Lafu, and it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
They are the sovereign governing body?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Lafu must go through inspection.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borison.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
Ow.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
With the Wardance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this captain. This incident involves the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
I'm Liu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
Diplomatic vessel with teeth.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the Ju Ming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Luofu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath.
Which is actually sensible.
Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yanqing.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the Wardance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
I know, they're kobolds, right?
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years, but who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Shenzhou Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borisin have some serious grudges. Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borisin?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
So when the Clown Knights get into trouble, they have to call emergency services too. And go fetch, and I go fetch the popcorn. It's gonna be quite a show.
Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
Considering her talents, she's probably here for the Wardance.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
Success and failure are predetermined. You can't change.
Da, 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 da. Who takes the stairs?
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank you for your presence.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
I dreamed about you on Penacony, which is true, because you get through the first part, your first fight against Sunday, and then all of a sudden you got the Jianzhou, Lo Fu showing up with their armada, along with Jin Yang and Dan Heng, in a rather, awesome looking scene. And then you kind of fast forward to you won, everything's fine, and then Black Swan points out, yeah, no, we're still in the dreamscape. Oh, crap.
All is well when you have friends coming from afar. Allow me to introduce you to General Hua Yin. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Hua Yin is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Hua Yin.
It's my honor to meet you, General Hua Yin.
And March.
I've invaded your stream now.
Yeah, of course you invade my streams, because, the fur baby decided he wanted to invade the stream. He just came over here, was pestering.
No need to be all
Which is normal.
formal. Today I'm just a guest on the lawful, same as all of you.
At some point. Well, and it's by the window, which he likes to look out of.
So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jing Yuan? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Dan Heng, March 7th, and her. Without their help, I'm afraid the Lo Fu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lo Fu and will attend the Wardance. I'd love to have a drink with you, should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Huaiyan.
He doesn't necessarily like being reminded about that, but...
And
it is
this
what it
young
is.
friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Law Fu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming Wardance.
Hey, look who it is.
Ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
I actually did see her earlier.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yun Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Just ask for your sword back.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Oh, boy.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target.
Yeah, haha.
By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borison prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yun Li. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lafu sword masters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back
this is what
to you
happens
like it's
when you have
nothing.
two people who grow up in different
front
environments.
Of everyone.
And think that their way is the right way.
With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful, because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borison.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yun Li, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yun Li is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huaiyan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yun Li to the inn?
Yeah, let's just stick the two of them together.
I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yunli. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Yangqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
The only parts of the matter is
This trip is totally worth it. Compared to the Juming, the Luofu is so much livelier. But it's a shame the Luofu swordmasters don't. Glad to meet you too. Are you here to participate in the war dance?
Can outsiders ban?
Of course. To honor martial arts, the Cloud Knight's ring is always open to outsiders. If you can defeat the ringmaster selected by the Xianzhou, you'll not only win rewards and prizes, but also be making a name for yourself.
What?
Sounds tempting, doesn't it? That's how outsiders refer to my peers in the Juming Cloud Knights and the Artisanship Commission. We all train under Grandpa's guidance, learning the art of craftsmanship and swordplay. That's how we got that title, I guess. Just don't mention it in front of Grandpa. He always says that empty titles bring pointless challenges and conflicts. We Juming swordmasters pride ourselves on the success of the group over the individual. I have some things to do. Besides, little Yanqing doesn't seem too happy about me tagging along.
Little. But you did take a sword.
Yeah, you're right. I took it with my skills. So I guess you can say I'm a robber or something. How dare he imply I'm a thief? Totally different. Besides, the sword seems scared of its own master. I'd like to ask him, you claim to cherish your sword as your life, yet you don't even recognize the state it's in right now? I didn't intend to keep his sword. I was planning to take this chance to return it to him. But now, I've changed my mind. I'll give that poor flying sword some proper maintenance. I won't consider returning the sword unless he learns how to say please, hello, thank you, and sorry. So he can forget about it for now.
Scratch your head, feeling a little tingling sensation at your scalp at the thought of the impending troubles Yanqing will face. While you're distracted, the young girl has already wandered off on her own, her whereabouts unknown.
Hey, Don Hung. I thought all the Xianzhou generals were like Jing Yuan. But that General Huayan, he looks so thin and scraggy. As if even a light breeze would knock him over. Is that old man really an Arbiter, General?
Well, each Xianzhou ship has its own division and specialty within the Alliance. Not all of the Arbiter Generals are good at leading the charge. You heard what Jing Yuan said, right? General Huayan was once the head of all the skilled craftsmen on the Juming.
There appears to be more than meets the eye. Otherwise, he looks old, because he probably is old.
Don't you find it strange? Do Xianzhou people age? I rarely see any old people on the Xianzhou ship. And when I do, they're usually travelers. But General Huayan looks like an ordinary old grandpa. Is he really a Xianzhou general?
Good question. He's right there. So why don't you ask him yourself?
Nah, I'd like to live a little longer.
We should leave. General Jing Yuan asked Yan Qing to entertain us, so obviously, he has important matters to discuss. Let's not waste any time here.
Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da.
This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
Some kind of test from the General?
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble. Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Yep, let's go.
It is the Lawfu's honor to have you in attendance at the Wardance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the Marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jing Yuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind.
Considering he's not there, it does bring up questions.
Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Lawfu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing, she has come specifically for you.
Really?
Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star
Hey,
skiff,
looky there.
she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
In the meantime, outside.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
No, you kind of did alright that.
No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu anytime soon. I'll ask for it later when we meet again. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhuming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jingyuan, just like the crew, right?
The Wardance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Because he let it happen, depending on how you see it.
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
Consider we wiped them both out.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the Plague Mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jingyuan himself? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
We can vouch for Jingyuan, though. No wonder we were called back for the ceremony.
What was I thinking? Seriously, here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Danheng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
It's more of the fact that he was trying to protect you.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything. Did I say something wrong? Again?
You're a real master of conversation.
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
It's the Astral Express. Trouble is in the name.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
Brag all you want, but don't drag me into this. You're a real master of conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Are you being sarcastic?
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
Oh, that's just too funny. Go.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But I am trying to reason with you here.
Young Foxian girl.
That toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Aurum Alley?
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already, once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance.
You really want to be arrested?
Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Who do you think ordered it? Did I just hear a barking dog?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you? You're staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
You know, Ping sort out the trouble caused by the APC.
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring Commission.
Try again.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing.
That depends on your opinion.
I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikue. What's going on here?
What? As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borison and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lawfu before? Why did you come back?
I think that's the other side quest I haven't done yet.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you a million times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology!
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lawfu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations!
Be my guest. All you're gonna do is embarrass the IPC.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
I know a thing or two about convincing Scott.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
If your morale is higher or equal than your opponent's, it's considered a successful negotiation, otherwise it's deemed a failure. During the negotiation process, if either drops to 0, negotiate immediately ends. Your negotiation choices will lead to different outcomes, which can either increase or decrease your morale. As you make choices, the negotiation progresses until the number of negotiation rounds drops to 0, at which point the negotiation ends. During your negotiation, you can use negotiation strategies to apply various negotiation techniques to help you succeed. Here you can view your opponent's information. If you're unsure what to choose, click to view.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Make proposals from a legal perspective.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance with the IPC's rules.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to honor the terms? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Resort to good old violence. Let's see. We're going to start with that one.
Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any damage after the inspection, the Express... I mean, the Skyfaring Commission will compensate you.
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you, provided a detailed report of the damage is submitted.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, this is not just about money. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
I'm pretty tight with Dr. Ratio from the Intelligentsia Guild. Almost like family. Doesn't that make me practically a member of the Intelligentsia Guild too?
What's all this nonsense? Even if you were married to him, you still couldn't represent the Intelligentsia Guild.
Nah, it was worth a shot.
We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Cienjo operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
Cienjo people are just following their own rules. Try to bribe him, talk about his unpromising career prospects. Swallow your pride and background. No.
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow their rules too?
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Cienjo, but if I violate the IPC regulations, I'll be in deep trouble when I get back. Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine, I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Cienjo as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Lawfu.
Could she be?
Yep, the new one.
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Cienjo Juming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep.
What is she
like
playing
I said,
at?
We won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now.
She's playing at something. This is gonna be fun.
Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Excuse me.
Your ship can leave whenever you want. But I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulation signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat.
And that
or when
is
all
because of the
biological
hunt
activity expires.
against the abundance.
Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Remember, she's long life species. Patience is her forte.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
At least use why the
Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman.
But you're still as annoying as ever.
This lady is really something else.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off.
Well, crap. Okay, ally is affected with Terror Grip. Attacking the caster of Terror Grip can dispel Terror Grip. Okay. Terror Grip ends if the caster of Terror Grip is not attacked to dispel Terror Grip, then the affected ally will fall into the terrified state and be unable to perform actions. Nope. We're gonna do it this
How
way.
unexpected. That was a surprise.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Just... Damn it! No freeze.
Move carefully.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Demon! Thanks a lot.
To the finish.
Let's go with her.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
That's a good call.
You can't run! Try that again!
Moonreach state, excuse me?
Why, of course. Move aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Lance ablaze. Flipping lance. Forward.
Why does that...
Detecting damage.
Yeah.
Armor damaged.
That should not be a thing.
Stay right there while I give you a present. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
That worked.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
It never is. Shifting blame only digs yourself deeper.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Ember Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside, just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
What did they do?
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
While everyone disperses and goes their own way...
I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yenching to be so...
young.
Yeah, exactly. He's young and talented. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive. It wasn't a big deal. Really. It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Oh god, she's playing at something. Yeah. Teleport.
I'm here to pay my respects to the new Cauldron Master.
All these years, and the view of the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
Yep, called it.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit, in my humble opinion. The rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
We can't just, I thought we were here to have some tea. Where's the tea? Why such a serious topic?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadaran like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights.
Not the first time someone from outside has been sent to clean up somebody's mess. That actually happens in the real world more often than you think.
While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission.
That's a little bit more challenging.
Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the arbor to the Vidyadara. However, the Vidyadara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu.
Huh.
And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
Not sure if he really had a choice in the matter.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you.
Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
They've met.
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
You know, in most stories, it's, you know, two people like them who wind up together in the end.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story.
Flying sword. Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Oh, to be young and at the whim of impulse. So, is this the Wardance?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher, Dan Heng? Don't get me wrong. I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
He's like, I work with these idiots.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagine celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
Let's go!
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within 15 minutes wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of switching. Yeah, he's level 1. I haven't updated him in a while. We're going to... Who do we want to have? Add.
Proceed with caution. I've got your back.
Nope, not what I wanted. There we go. And let's see. I'm having a moment. Don't mind me. There we go.
So it's you. Our time spent.
A bright edge that can cut jade, and the stars shift within it. A fine sword indeed.
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within 15 minutes wins. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
Time for some sword play!
Melee takes action. She will use attacks to defeat the enemy first. Number of enemies defeated by Yangqing and Yunli is recorded here.
Blade in flight!
Another journey begins. In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
Do not be afraid. Awaken, dormant scales. Delve, hidden moon. World-cleansing dragon.
And go.
To the finish.
Oh,
Did
that
you
worked.
come here of your own volition? Or was it fate? Existence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
The clouds cleave the path! You've got style with those moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
So, how many of my moves can you block? Strike with heart!
Not a scratch.
Damn it.
In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls. I weep for the departed.
And this is why I bring her along.
Dusk's reign, it too shall fall. Again?
Really?
Blade in flight!
Not a scratch. Lance ablaze. Sweeping lance. Forward!
Go away.
Lance at the ready. Another journey begins.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Single target.
Insistence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Clouds, cleave the path!
Damn it. I need...
Heaven's Surge. Cloud-bearing dragon. Rise!
That didn't change squat.
Okay. I'm on guard. Fracture! On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
And that's taking a punch.
I wish not to use the strength. Awaken dormant scales. Delve hidden moon. World cleansing dragon.
There we go.
Where are you going? Time for some sword play.
Worth it.
Strike with heart.
Ah, come on. Didn't give me damage. Get over here.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Clouds, cleave the path. I win, Miss Yunli. You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your
God.
grandpa? Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
And that's enough. Not bad for a first date. Oh! Shit!
Well fought, my young friends.
nimble Foxian lady. Yeah.
However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike. Both of your tactics and techniques are lacking.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the Wardance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the Wardance's ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and we were just sparring.
He knows who it is, I think.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady? Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you are...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yao Qing?
Yeah, that confirmed it for him.
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lawfu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Vanquishing General. Known to all and unbeknown to none.
Except for, the Astral Express.
Vanquishing General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Do so.
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
Well, later, Fei Xiao leisurely walks to the ancient seaside. Da-da-da-da.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
I mean, that's not exactly a secret.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
Well, that got him to open up his eyes.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
He's on the right track.
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
And back at the Exalting Sanctum.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome! I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay.
Do it.
You think so too, right?
General, this is totally something else.
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was talking about Yanqing, actually.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The Wardance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled swordmasters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Dan Heng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yao Qing and the Ju Ming.
No, it's not that. At least I don't think it is.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
To the Seat of Divine Foresight. Let's see. Ah.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced?
I don't believe in ghosts.
What is your purpose for entering the Seat of Divine Foresight?
I want to enter. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we got everybody here.
It's getting late.
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huayan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchui for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Luofu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Luofu. but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Shao's questioning. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Shao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Shao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Well, goodies.
Yes, it's this case right here.
Case gleams with a muted luster, crafted from a material neither wood nor metal. Even though it looks like wood, its surface is masterfully woven with metallic threads, outlining an intricate pattern of lotus flowers.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Lawfu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Lawfu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands, tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now.
As a prize, it's a sword from the finest forges in the entire Alliance. Yeah, that is a prize.
I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Lawfu as the Ringmaster, so it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
It'll be death or disaster when these two clash.
Not to be watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
Well, it's definitely not going to be Dan Heng because, you know, Spearmaster, effectively. And, you know, the Galactic Baseballer really has their own style.
Huh? Wait, me?
Yup.
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
This is fantastic.
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Just accept your fate, March.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
Let's just toss her right into the tournament.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Oh, plus, I heard that each sword master has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that mean everyone's stuck in a stalemate and unable to end their fights during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
And that's true of any martial art.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Time for you to become the best swordsmaster on the Express.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Wow.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness,
I can't
General
believe they
Huayan.
actually pulled that line. Oh my god.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yun Li will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yun Li and I will head out and purchase some
This is
sword
actually the
practice
best.
equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Soon departs the scene of divine foresight with Yun Li in tow.
General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
It's a trap!
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Lo Fu for some time.
Are we here to attend the ceremony anyway?
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Lo Fu's operations log that was given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the Wardance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Perhaps we should just pack up and leave tonight.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but as the Lawfu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the Wardance.
I know.
Fei Xiao meets with her old comrade in arms, who she hasn't seen for many
The
years.
illustrious Merlin's
Oh,
claw
hey.
waiting for me, and for so long, too. It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights. And I was a pilot of the Lo Fu's Rainbow Fall Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the Elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Lawfu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Lawfu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge Waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor.
Wrong timeline of events.
It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but, well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution.
Yeah. He done the bad stuff.
Given the situation on the Lawfu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
I'm still feeling sleepy.
Good timing on that.
Did I oversleep? Where did March and Don Hung go?
There they are. Well, I think this is a good spot to stop for the story. We'll probably continue later this week. Let's see. What do we have? Should I? Yeah. I don't do that enough. Oh, I'll start with this one. Give me the 4. Sweet. One I don't have. I know exactly who that's going to. And we're going to do one more just for S&Gs. Oh, hey. Not what I was expecting. But I'll take it. All right. Sure. Oh. Are you kidding me? What the hell did I just pull? Hey, Evermarch, you just got your light cone. Oh, that's fantastic. Add erudition. Yeah, okay. Time to log that one on. I know you're here somewhere. Where'd you go? Switch. Yes. Switch. Enhance. Let's see how far I can get with this. Dum 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 dum. Do it. Yeah, I need to go hunting. But that's funny. Yep. I'm gonna have to go hunting. So, on that amusing note, we're gonna end here. I'll probably grind for some other stuff, and we will be doing more of these side adventures, at least until the next chapter. There are other things I plan on doing in the meantime. I did put up a schedule on my X and Blue Sky accounts and our Facebook page. Afternoon time frames are still kind of up in the air. But usually about 7ish should be good idea for it. And Saturdays will be, again, 8:30 in the morning. All Eastern time. So, in the meantime, thank y'all for joining me. We'll see where we go next. Have a good time. See you next time.